Habla con la señorita bibliotecaria.
Crime, romance, and biographies of
Plaisance.
famous people. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Y le pide dinero a todo el mundo.
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
No, ya no hace falta que me hable del tono, ya me di cuenta. Esta es la que me contestó por allí.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl? Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Joder. Ya casi no me acuerdo en verdad cuando hablé con ella, pero yo la vi bien. Era un 10 a la niña. Me cayó mejor que esta me ha caído. Así que...
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
¿Te imaginas?
As a young girl should be, with the proper attitude, she'll have a bright financial future.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Está mal traducido porque Plaisance no es la que me ha dicho eso, ¿no? No le habrá dicho la lógica o yo qué sé, la observación o algo de eso.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy.
What in God's name is she talking about?
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go. Get back there. The books await you. Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
¿Será una usurpadora? ¿Te imaginas? Hombre, algo trama, ¿eh? Desde luego. Ahora vamos a ir para la planta de arriba porque por aquí parece que no hay más nada. ¿Y esto?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Se lo voy a pedir por las buenas, si no yo lo abro, me da igual. Aquí yo soy la ley.
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
La verdad que sí. Vamos a ir poco a poco.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
Joder.
This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses,
Sí, sí,
and
parece
other
brujería, ¿eh?
supernatural
Todo lo que
scourges.
rodea esta tienda tiene brujería.
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands, dance. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Antes de abrirla, no voy a hacer que me eche de la tienda. Voy a echar un vistazo por aquí arriba. Vamos,
These
la
shelves
cortina la voy a
are
abrir sí o sí,
overburdened with
vamos.
books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. Crime fiction is a disgrace, an asinine misrepresentation of the physical. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually Furthermore, they have no idea how hard it is to simply remove a body from a tree. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf? You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get me Mullen. The stalwart adventures of Richard.
Vale, vamos a
A
ver las
killing is
sesiones.
declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house. The final case of Dick Mullen.
La verdad es que como me pongo aquí a ver
Shelves filled to the brim
libros,
with crime
me voy a
novels
llevar
featuring the
la vida. Magia facita, ¿eh?
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell. Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a run-down drug den. He's a permanent.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long.
Joder, qué
I'm
pesado, ¿eh?
sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is
Ya no, ya me ha cortado el rollo.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinaise. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the mega Hudon. It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't. It's so
Mucha
small, you
información,
can't
¿eh?
even see it
Demasiada
on the map.
información.
No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is... No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Madre mía.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, they're quite valuable. Though they
Joder,
might
que es
not
un
look
mapa.
it.
¿Cuánto cuesta
The
un
map
puto
of
mapa?
Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Madre mía.
That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago, they also renovated the horse statue.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
0.90, el mapa de Martínez. Tengo 3.55. Robar el mapa, 8%. Que tampoco es tan difícil, ¿no? Robar un trozo de papel. Bueno, está solo en la tienda, verás tú, pero... ¿Lo compro? Yo lo voy a comprar, para algo servirá, ¿no? 0.90.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Yo creo que sí que está bien tener ese mapita ahí, ¿sabes? Por si acaso.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint Ghislain and Rue Saint-Cypar, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing. Although the map...
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the map tab.
Vale, eso es lo que yo quería ver. A ver. Ahí está. Ah, bueno, pues faltan cositas. Lo que pasa es que por abajo no puedo ir ahora mismo, ¿no? Eso es lo que me pasa. No puedo rodear la isla. ¿Y cómo veo el otro mapa? El antiguo. Ah, es este, ¿no? O sea que yo antes no tenía mapa, creo. No me suena, ¿eh? Tener mapa. Lo que no entiendo es esto, que son como las misiones, ¿no? Pero empañado, imposible. No sé, tío. Ahora mismo no estoy pillando muy bien el juego, ¿eh? Todavía.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about these three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services. It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. When it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill. It's your own fault if you're ill. Got it? The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're... There's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Sí, la verdad que el tema este de los libros... ¿Qué pasa aquí? Bueno, vamos a ver qué hay son detrás de la cortina número 1, ¿no?
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out,
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
De momento le voy a lanzar esta.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
Ahí dentro no, pero sí ha habido un asesinato.
I am sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
Entramos, ¿no? Ya que es tan aburrida esta biblioteca, podemos entrar a ver qué pasa.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
talking is always good. Go see what she has to say.
Eso ya es otra cosa.
Lies. Rip them open, we say.
El instinto también, madre mía.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Vale, vamos a hablar con ella, ¿no? A ver si nos dice algo que nos pueda
Hello again, esteemed officer.
convencer.
And welcome to crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you.
O sea, me dice que me voy a arrepentir, luego me dice que es solo un almacén. No me jodas.
Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
Así, ¿no?
No! Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Just like Annette said. They don't call it the doomed commercial. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything? The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
La verdad que la 3 tiene varias razón, pero...
Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy. and their malicious spirits are still here, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Esta es buena. O esta también es buena. Una de estas dos son buenas, las dos que concluyen.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
Convencerla de que te deje investigar la zona comercial maldita. Uf, 58, ¿eh? Esta la puedo probar porque me deje o no me deje, puedo forzarlo, ¿no? Vamos a preguntarle de momento
Okay,
más
but
cosas.
please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits. Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear it's not enough.
No, no es suficiente.
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
Es que me queda solo esta, es una pregunta de mierda, pero bueno, por preguntarle todo ya.
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void rape.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words. Such raves may prove a formidable enemy. Suit up. The woman before you scans the store.
Bueno, voy a
Her
intentar
shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then,
convencerla,
she
¿no?
nudges her glasses. Slither
Toma.
up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Yo creo que sí, que voy a por todas, ¿no?
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
Regresado del vacío.
You're no para-detective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but
You look like one. Hey now, hey. You need the booze to focus, all right? The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm.
Ya ni me
He's
acordaba que
silently
estaba el
gets
colega
out
este
his
conmigo.
notebook.
how do you know all this?
Here we go.
Esto es demasiado, ¿no?
You're part Simonese. Owe it to me means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand of fate, guide but. I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
No, al compañero no le pregunté nada. Porque vamos, es un sieso de
If
cojones.
you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
Vamos a por todas, ¿no?
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
La
Do
entidad.
not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Yes, a malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the form of a woman. A witch, most likely. She or it must be connected to the curse somehow.
Vamos a darle.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
Pues listo. Entonces por aquí puedo entrar o tengo que dar la vuelta. Nota no para de seguirme, que tío más pesado. Bueno, yo creo que podemos entrar, ¿eh? Vamos a probar.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
Vamos para adentro. A ver qué tenemos por aquí. Esta será una puerta, ¿no? Secadora de pelo. Exagerado, ¿eh?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Ya veo, madre mía. Son como talismanes de estos japoneses, ¿no? Para los fantasmas. 72, ¿eh? Tirar la puerta abajo. Bueno, ya tengo la llave. ¿Para qué?
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. You feel the tiny hairs on the back of your neck rise up, as if someone's standing right behind you.
Hombre, que está mi colega detrás.
An uneasy knot forms in the pit of your stomach.
Lo mando delante.
Detective, you're the one in charge.
Vamos para adentro. Un gimnasio abandonado. ¿Tiene algo que decirme?
What is this place?
Es una aventura. Hostia, es verdad, a lo mejor hemos entrado en el bloque de al lado, ¿no? Donde el porterillo, que estaba en gimnasio y todo eso.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. We should find a flashlight if we want to go on. There should be one in my kinema.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest. The lieutenant nods.
Ya no puedo hablar más con él. Le iba a preguntar al otro también. Vamos, le iba a decir que es un gimnasio, vamos, que no tiene tampoco más cosas. Ya está. A ver qué tenemos nuevo por aquí. Vale. Esta, por ejemplo, es muy fácil y debería de hacerla, ¿eh? Lo que no sé qué significa lo de la linterna. ¿Y esto qué es? ¿Como una rueda o qué es? ¿Una piedra? ¿Una pesa? ¿Qué es? Una bola para lanzar de peso. Para lanzamiento de peso. ¿En un gimnasio? Bueno. ¿Esto qué es? ¿Escalares? Vamos para arriba, ¿no? Sí que me estoy metiendo hasta el fondo, ¿eh? ¿Ya? ¿No puedo más?
It's dark. This would be a lot easier with a flashlight. I've got one in the kinema's toolbox. We should go back for it before we continue. No sense in tripping around in the darkness.
Tengo una en la caja de herramientas del kinema. ¿Kinema qué es?
Some areas are inaccessible without your flashlight. After you've acquired it, go to your inventory and equip it in a held slot.
Sí, la ambientación, ¿eh? ¿Qué más me tiene que decir?
It's dark.
¿Otra
This
vez?
would be a lot easier. I've got one in the kinema's toolbox. We should go back for it before we continue.
¿El kinema qué es? ¿El
sense in
coche o
tripping
qué?
around in the darkness.
Some areas are inaccessible.
Pues vamos al kinema. Venga, hasta luego. Bueno, se ha puesto interesante, ¿no? La trama por aquí. Hablemos con la niña, a ver si sabe algo.
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any curses yet? Oh, that's great! I hope exciting adventures lie ahead. And maybe you can help Mother become less afraid.
Bueno. Hay cosas que preguntaré cuando yo me vea bloqueado. Diré, o le pregunto esto. Mira, tengo la teoría racial. ¿Esto qué significa? ¿Ya puedo hablar con el colega, entonces? Espérate. Ahora, ¿no? Ahí estamos. Creo que sí, a lo mejor con la teoría racial ya hecha, a lo mejor puedo hablar otra vez con el colega este, ¿no?
Advanced race theory. Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about your newly found insights.
Qué bueno. Pues listo. Voy a dar una vuelta por ahí. Yo no sé si el Kina ese o lo que me ha dicho este es su coche o yo qué sé. Que no lo sé, en verdad, ¿eh? ¿Esto qué es? Aquí no has venido tú, ¿no? Ah, pues sí, el Kinima, aquí está. ¿Aquí has venido tú en este tracto?
57. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Vale. Aquí está la caja de herramientas. Vale, de momento vamos a coger la caja de herramientas, que estará la linterna ahí.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Aquí está la linterna. ¿Puedo cogerlo todo?
It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Vale, me ha subido la percepción. Es que si no me sirven estas cosas de momento, no sé para qué lo voy a coger. A lo mejor al tío tampoco le gusta, ¿sabes? Que le quite todo lo que lleva. Pero vamos, sé que hay una palanca y un cortapernos. Que también me vendría bien. Es que, claro, a lo mejor para bajar al colgado, ¿no? Lo intento coger todo.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy. Like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth.
Ah, pues listo.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
Luego yo todo lo de la caja, ¿eh?
Casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Vale, vamos a coger la radio.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear the soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Las respuestas son buenísimas, tío.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Bueno, me voy a poner en un compromiso ahora. Está buena, ¿eh? Podría hablar con el... con el que ha visto el cadáver. Y las fotos también. Coño, ¿me va a ayudar más que mi compañero?
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of...
Officer,
Nada, ¿no?
I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Anda.
Yes, hello?
Sale hasta la foto, ¿sabes? Estoy hablando por teléfono y sale su foto. Esta se supone que es la que ha llamado, ¿no? Cuando ha descubierto al tío que está colgado.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wire. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Vamos a darle caña, ¿no?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
Sospechoso. Debe llamar a la policía.
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Le puedo preguntar eso. Pero vamos a ver si me han dado este caso. Se supone que es que tengo poderes, ¿no? Para hacer cosas. Sino que manden a otros, ¿sabes? Si es que esta es muy buena también, ¿eh? La de presionarla.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Esta sabe algo, ¿eh?
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
Lo que pasa es que no la tengo delante, me puede colgar en cualquier momento.
The other people who live around here. Local people, You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union. Internal. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
Esto me parece fuera de contexto, está fuera de lugar. Pero se lo voy a lanzar igualmente.
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take...
The fucking nerves on her. Trying to hide behind weakness. You're a god. An angry but just god.
Joder, es que tampoco me gusta presionar tanto. Pero bueno.
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the line until she almost drowns in static.
Vamos a dejar ya, creo, ¿eh?
Okay.
Esta se la podría lanzar, pero claro, no sé si es sentimentalmente. Con una finalidad, pero por lo menos para que se presente y pueda hablar con ella.
No, absolutely not.
Hostia, la moral, tío. Me ha dicho que no. Ni en broma. Es que yo creo que sí, ¿no? Que iba con intenciones, ¿no? De una cita o algo así. Bueno, la dejamos, ¿no?
I do hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye.
Anda. Tengo el 28% nada más, ¿eh? Me la podría jugar porque si no voy a hablar más con ella. La hice llorar, la invité a salir, me ha bajado. Garta la invita a salir. Vamos a probar, total, y no puedo nada.
No,
Pues nada,
she
no
doesn't
pasa
have a
nada.
problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart.
La empatía. Vamos a dar por hecho que es Garte y ya
You
está,
know
para
women
afuera.
and their constant problems. Yak, yak, nag, nag. How's one supposed to get? That's where you step in. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire.
Teniente Amor.
Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
Claro que esto es lo suyo, ¿no?
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are.
Es que se ha torcido el tema por un lado que no tiene nada que ver. Yo no estaba hablando nada de amor ni de sentimientos. Solo quería quedar con la chavala para hablar del caso. Porque por aquí es más fácil que me cuelgue la llamada o que pase alguna mierda, ¿sabes? Si la tengo enfrente, es más fácil sacarle cositas.
You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything up. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Además, si la chavala estaba deseando colgar, le voy a colgar ya, ¿no? Papaito te va a llevar en su regazo. Tía. Nada, nada.
You're just a gimp. What? You want nothing's wrong. It's just sexuality.
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
Lo de las botas lo puedo hacer también.
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it. Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Vale.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Y ya por última... Bueno, el ser todavía no estará. Por última vamos a probar esta, ¿no? A ver qué nos da.
Just a second, officer.
Ten 2, 10 5. This is 41st, come in, over.
Aquí todos tienen como un tono francés, ¿no? Como un acento francés.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message, sir.
Vale, esto lo tengo que hacer, lo de la placa. Lo de la ayuda financiera no estaría mal tampoco, pero... Tú sabes. Vale, vamos a empezar por la placa.
10-9, over. Ten-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 1022 the captain.
1022, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
¿Quién es ese? Mejor no digo nada, ¿no? Será un superior, será, ¿quién va a ser?
Who lost his badge?
¿Otro? ¿Qué coño es esto? ¿El patio del vecino o qué?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
Dick Mullen, pues ya sabemos cómo me llamo. Dick Mullen. Yo creía que era John. Pues mira, de una manera u otra ya sabemos mi nombre.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Este tiene un capullo, ¿no?
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Ah, vale. Che, pues menos mal, ¿eh?
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Vamos a darle caña, ¿no?
He's asking you to stop. Says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Dietmar concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over.
Qué pesado, ¿no? Que ya lo sé que es grave, pero vamos a poner soluciones. En vez de darle vueltas.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
Qué pesado, ya te cogeré pelirrojo.
What's
Que
going
parece un
on?
Wesley. Pero esta gente no son policías ni polla, ¿no? Tiene una pinta de macarra.
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Vamos a darle caña.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Bueno.
10-9,
Nos
come
vamos.
again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Tía, tío, me están dejando peor todavía, de lo que yo creía. Ya cualquiera de los dos me deja vendido,
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Me la tengo que jugar, Ya lo del arma no lo voy a decir. Ya basta con lo de la placa, ya basta, ¿sabes? Como diga que perdió el arma, vamos, me echan. Termina el juego ya, ¿sabes?
Even Before you
Hostia
can get the
puta.
words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
Uf.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his phone, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon.
The
Qué
fuck
pesado,
do you need
¿no?
a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one in the world.
Anda que no. Vamos a preguntarle a este, ¿no?
It's a single
Así
shot
me echo un
kill
cable.
A9. An armistice, to be precise.
Ahora para que no sean todas iguales. Hombre, si es reglamentaria, deberían ser todas iguales.
Says it's a kill 9mm
Armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers anymore.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he still got his wiener. Oh, man.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is
Pregunta si
wondering if
conserva
you're
la
still in
chorra.
possession of your genitalia. Over.
Hostia.
Now is a
Aquí
good
sí le voy a
time to
contestar
say
duro, ¿eh?
fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
Esa es buenísima.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
No, díselo. Si me pregunta a mí lo de la chorra, dile dónde está. Manda cojones,
What's
Guille.
he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got. Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate? Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now.
La lleva clara, ¿eh?
Request that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over. Mac, he says
toma por
you
culo.
shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
Pisa fuego, pisa huevo, ¿eh?
Fire, water? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing.
Satellite
Pues sí,
Officer
callarse ya, hombre. Dejarme buscar mi pistola y mi placa.
V. 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
¿Y ahora que habla portugués? Oh, carajo. Carajo.
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
Y ya lo que me falta es pedirle dinero, ¿sabes? Es que no le voy a decir más nada, tío. Me han dado una que no vea. Fuera.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Vale. Vamos a probar ya las pocas opciones que me quedan, ¿no? Con el coche.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Vale.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red...
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere, right? Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
Cerramos. Madre mía. Vale, lo que podemos hacer es tomarnos un copazo, ¿no? Así de primera. A ver. Vale, mira, tengo herramientas nuevas, ¿eh? Con eso ya podemos entrar allá atrás, ¿eh? En donde está la chimenea esa, donde está Ignacio. Para contenedores cerrados, qué buena. Y esta también abre contenedores, pues entonces es lo mismo, ¿no? Es lo mismo. La bolsa es lo más pepino que llevo, ¿eh? Ya tengo la linterna, puedo ir para allá, pero antes quiero tomarme la copa. A ver si, yo qué sé, desbloqueamos aparte, ¿no? O lo que sea. Porque es algo sencillo, creo. Y lo podemos hacer aquí. Ahora mismo tengo algo de pasta para pagar la copita. ¿Tengo el dinero que le debo? No sé, ¿eh? A ver.
Yes, have you got it? A lot. For the room,
no voy a tener ni de coño.
130 real. A lot. For the room, drinks and broken window.
Qué pesado, dímelo ya, ¿no? No le puedo pagar, creo, ¿no?
Like what? I was rare. Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this a shaker?
It's not a shaker. It's nothing. He's holding nothing. It is but an imitation.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker?
Yo aquí todos son unos vacilones, ¿eh? Como me ponga yo de mala, verás tú.
That's right. I'm the cafeteria manager. I'm glad we cleared that. Was there anything else?
What you want is a goddamn drink. How is that so hard to understand?
Ese soy yo, soy puro instinto.
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
Oh, well, in that case, let me pour you a nice, big, refreshing marinella. Do you want that out of a glass or a pineapple?
Hostia, ¿en vaso o en piña? Que me está vacilando, ¿no?
Don't be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinella. I have work to do and broken things to fix. If that was all, I'd like to return to it.
Hostia, le lanzo la del karaoke.
Absolutely out of the question.
Y yo no le di la murga a todos, ¿eh?
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then your body is ready, sire.
Madre mía. A ver dónde me tomo yo el copazo, tío, ahora. Bueno, pues entonces, a ver. Pues nada, me voy a lo de la linterna, ¿no? Que por allí vamos bien. Vamos a ir para allá. Se pone todo cerquita, ¿eh? ¿Hay que hay? Se ven como unos posits, ¿no? Aquí arriba. Brillante.